Welcome back, everybody. Make yourself comfortable, because today I want to read to you the second episode of the extraordinary Virtasian Tales. You may remember in the last episode, Bellasini decided her only option was to make her way to the library, where she would try to crank up the very old and dusty school computer, which nobody had used in years. After a quick run through the corridors, Bellasini arrived at the library, only to be greeted by Miss Crabtree, the librarian, standing at the door. Miss Crabtree was nearly 80, and she detested mobile phones and computers. She told every new student nothing good would ever come from using them. She thought they were the work of the devil. She blamed every misfortune of the modern world on these technologies, telling all who would listen how good things were in her day without them. She was also the librarian way back when Bellasini's father attended Montville High School. Computers were pretty new in those days, but even then, her dad was demonstrating his genius for these new technologies. Miss Crabtree would always tell Bellasini, nothing good will ever come of your father while he continues to play around with computers for a job. It did not matter how many times Bellasini tried to show Miss Crabtree how much information and knowledge you could access with them. She would always just turn her back and walk off, muttering that they will just deaden your brain. In a small corner of the library, there was a resource centre where students could use the one and only school's computer. It was installed long before Bellasini started school. Nobody ever used it now because it was just too old and slow. Besides, Miss Crabtree would always make it very difficult for any student to use their computer or mobile phone in the library. This particular morning, Bellasini was in too much of a hurry to worry about the crab, as the students affectionately called her. So she politely said hello and walked straight on past her. "Bellasini, you come here," barked Miss Crabtree gruffly. "Yes, Miss Crabtree? Isn't it a bit early for you to be in the library?" she continued. "Shouldn't you be in class?" "But Miss Crabtree, there is a special chat room discussion on William Shakespeare this morning, and it has already started. I need to use the library computer to join in." "William Shakespeare?" Miss Crabtree sighed knowledgeably. Now there's a great man. Well, you better hurry then, child, as you do not want to miss that." "Would you like to join in, Miss Crabtree?" No, child," puffed Miss Crabtree. "I have a lot more important things to do. You make sure you work quietly." "Yes, miss," mumbled Bellasini, turning to continue her journey to the resource centre. The old computer was covered with a thick layer of dust, which Bellasini had to brush off before she could get to the keyboard. The computer was very, very old. Luckily, however, Bellasini's father had had a similar one when she was a small child. She had played hundreds of games on it, so she had a pretty good idea how to get the old machine going again. Switching on the power, the old machine sounded like a broken-down aeroplane trying to take off as old hard drives slowly came to life, one by one. "Great, it's working," mumbled Bellasini under her breath. "Now let's see if this old internet connection is working." Typing in a few commands, she was able to bring up the internet, and with a few more, she was finally connected with her father at the bank. "Happy birthday, Pumpkin," were his first words. "Thanks, Dad. I missed you this morning." The father apologized, explaining that someone had sent a computer virus to the bank at exactly 12 o'clock last night. It had come in as a happy birthday message and was now attacking all the records and files of the bank. The owner of the bank, Mr. Ritchie, insisted he come into work immediately or else. So have you fixed it? I wish, anxiously replied her father. I'm afraid this one is unlike any virus I have ever seen before. It is constantly changing. It is acting as if it's got a mind of its own. You will come home for my birthday tonight, won't you, Dad? I hope so, Pumpkin. However, if this virus gets into the accounts of the townspeople, all will be lost for the entire town. Mr. Ritchie disconnected our backup systems last month to try and save some money. I told him this would happen, but he wouldn't listen. Luckily, I have... Halfway through his explanation of the situation, the old computer screen began to flicker and lose sound. Dad, there seems to be a glitch with our connection. Hello, Dad. Dad, are you there? Bellasini called out louder and louder, frantically pressing various keys on the keyboard in an effort to fix the problem. I need to tell you what happened at home this morning. Then all of a sudden the old screen went blank, leaving just 3 words displayed. Happy birthday, glitch. This just can't be, shouted Bellasini at the top of her voice. Miss Crabtree immediately started to shuffle towards the resource area, huffing and puffing. Bellasini, was that you who just shouted in my library? I'm sorry, Miss Crabtree, replied Bellasini. But I was joining in the virtual play that was being staged by the group, and my lines were, to be or not to be. That is the question, shouted Bellasini once again. I guess I got carried away. To be or not to be. That is one of Shakespeare's most famous lines. You were in the play, continued Miss Crabtree. Oh, yes, miss, replied Bellasini. All right then. For a minute there, I thought you must have been playing a game or something foolish like that. Oh, no, miss. I would never do that, replied Bellasini innocently, heading for the library door. Halfway to the door, her mobile phone started playing a tune. It was a message from Gemma. Sini, where are you? Phones are working and class is starting. Hurry. What was that? Huffed Miss Crabtree in Bellasini's direction. I have no idea, Miss Crabtree. Maybe your radio is up too loud. Oh, grumbled a rather embarrassed Miss Crabtree, scratching her head. But I don't have a radio.